Vitamin C. The most popular of all vitamins is ascorbic acid, or vitamin C, a deficiency of which is believed to cause multiple hemorrhages, slow wound healing, anemia, and scurvy, damage of blood vessels. It is in fact very easy to cure scurvy with red peppers, citrus fruits, or cranberries, all containing high concentrations of this vitamin. Since the Hungarian scientist Szent Györgyi identified vitamin C in oranges to be an effective substance, it became common knowledge that vitamin C in orange juice must have the same benefits. But as it turned out, scurvy cannot be cured by vitamin C alone. Regardless how large a dosage of vitamin C you use, the blood vessels will remain damaged. By contrast, eating a few oranges or red peppers cures scurvy quickly, without a trace of damage left. Vitamin C-rich fruits contain at least one other vitamin ingredient, which is known as vitamin C2. Scurvy can only be cured if vitamin C and vitamin C2 are taken together. When Györgyi studied vitamin C, he included both compounds of vitamin C. But as the years passed, the scientific community began omitting C2, and today nobody talks about it anymore. When vitamins became popular in the United States, there was a sudden jump in the number of newly born babies developing scurvy. It was thought that scurvy was a disease eradicated a long time ago. As the mysterious development was investigated, it was discovered that the mothers of the affected babies had taken extra vitamin C preparations, without C2, in the belief that it was good for their babies. Dosed with the vitamin, the mother's bodies started eliminating more of it than they ingested. When the babies were born, they also continued removing whatever vitamin C they had received from the mother, because this is what they had learned to do while in the womb. Since their baby food did not consist of large amounts of vitamin C, they soon developed the dangerous baby scurvy. The body of an adult who consumes vitamin C regularly may eventually produce a similar response. He may even develop scurvy because the body becomes programmed to eliminate vitamin C faster and in larger quantities than it is ingested or can be absorbed. Adults are known to develop further complications when, after using this vitamin regularly, they suddenly stop taking it altogether. It is also known that large doses of vitamin C can destroy another vitamin, that is, vitamin B12. There is too little research to tell what further damage large amounts of vitamins can do to us, but experimenting with these powerful substances on the human body is similar to handling an explosive device. A friend of mine developed a dangerous swelling of his kidneys after taking 2 grams of vitamin C a day for several weeks. By taking him off the vitamins, giving him tea made from the herb pau de arco helped remove the excessive vitamins from the kidneys and restore them to their normal size and efficiency. Added to the current uncertainty and confusion about taking vitamins, there is still no conclusive proof that vitamin C protects you from infection, which is one of the main reasons people use it. Even if vitamin C were able to stop an infection, in many instances this could turn out to be disastrous for the body. To prevent a cold from reaching its climax interferes with the body's efforts of removing accumulated toxins, and thus may become the first stage in a series of future illnesses. If the body is toxic because of an unhealthy lifestyle, diet, and stress, its most important primary response is to initiate a toxicity crisis that permits the body to cleanse itself. A cold is not a disease, and it should not be treated as one. It is very ill-advised to stop the body from eliminating toxins and purifying itself. Handing out vitamin C as a preventive measure against colds is a practice that may also be counterproductive. Although small doses of vitamin C may successfully trigger a cleansing response in the body, large amounts of vitamin C can interfere with an ongoing and possibly life-saving cleansing process. The often cited argument that all water-soluble vitamins, such as vitamin C and B, are harmless because the body can easily eliminate excessive amounts without a problem is pseudoscience and misleading. Cyanide is also water-soluble, but it can kill a person. The 2004 November issue of the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition reported that according to new research, older women with diabetes who take high doses of vitamin C for the sake of their hearts may be doing themselves more harm than good. The study, which followed nearly 2,000 postmenopausal women with diabetes for 15 years, found that those who took heavy doses of vitamin C supplements, 300 milligrams a day or more, were nearly twice as likely to die of heart disease or stroke compared with women who took no supplemental C. Interestingly, high intakes of vitamin C from food were not related to a greater risk of death from cardiovascular causes. The researchers of the study suggest that taking supplements to correct the lower blood levels of vitamin C commonly seen in diabetes is not necessarily the right choice. Although the research focused on older women, the findings may apply to men as well, according to the study's senior author. Quote, "Our results, if confirmed by other research, would suggest that diabetics should be more cautious than others about taking supplements," Dr. David R. Jacobs, Jr. of the University of Minnesota in Minneapolis told Reuters Health. The current recommended dietary intake for vitamin C is 90 milligrams per day for men and 75 milligrams per day for women. While vitamin C is clearly necessary for good health, studies have garnered conflicting results on whether supplements help lower the risk of heart disease and stroke. According to Jacobs, vitamin C has been shown in the test tube to damage cell proteins in the same manner that high blood sugar harms diabetics' body cells. Jacobs also pointed to the complexity of the antioxidant defense system. When antioxidants interact with free radicals, he explained, they become pro-oxidants that must be detoxified by other antioxidants. It's possible, Jacobs speculated, that this detox process happens more slowly in diabetics, both women and men, and that under certain circumstances, the altered vitamin C molecules are able to harm body cells. Jacobs said he and his colleagues favor getting vitamin C along with the full complement of nutrients from food rather than supplements. 1 ounce of chia seeds, for example, can supply you with 6 times the amount of vitamin C that several oranges can give you. Whereas antioxidants in food may be balanced biochemically, Jacobs and his team write, any vitamin pill would lack such balance. Taking high doses of a single antioxidant, they speculate, may perturb the body's balance of antioxidants and pro-oxidants. These findings support other research showing that high daily doses of another antioxidant, vitamin E, may not extend life and instead may slightly raise the risk of dying early. It is important to understand that the body cannot live without free radicals. It uses the chain reaction of the free radicals to turn air and food into chemical energy. Free radicals also play an essential role in every immune response, attacking and destroying foreign invaders and bacteria. Using antioxidants such as vitamin C to eliminate or reduce free radicals might actually cause more serious harm than having too many of them in the body. A study published in the August 10, 2007 issue of the Journal of Cell reveals that an overload of antioxidants could actually lead to heart failure. As has happened so many times before, both medical and nutritional science continue to underestimate the innate wisdom of the body. Their isolationist approaches to understanding and treating the human body are based on a little knowledge of how the body works, while dismissing its innate wisdom and thereby endangering its life. Provided you supply the body with wholesome, natural foods and avoid or significantly reduce your intake of processed foods, which are loaded with artificial chemicals, it will automatically self-regulate free radical activity and all other processes. To avoid imbalance in one way or the other, you should obtain your antioxidants only from one source, food, including fruits, vegetables, grains, legumes, nuts, seeds, herbs, spices, teas, etc. It is not entirely clear whether natural forms of vitamin E are harmful. I strongly suspect that the harmful side effects from vitamin E are due to taking it in synthetic form. There are numerous people who claim to have greatly benefited from vitamin E. The problem is that the general population is not made aware of this important distinction. In fact, most people use the synthetic form, which can risk their health. On a different note, you may be surprised to know that China is actually one of the largest exporters of many drugs and vitamins. About 90% of all vitamin C sold in the United States is from China. China also produces 50% of the world's aspirin and 35% of all Tylenol. The same is true for the majority of vitamins A, B12, and E. Since there are no safety regulations and only minimal inspections for these products, you can never quite know what you will get. The pet food and toy scandals and reported instances of toxic food and toothpaste from China have shown that we need to be cautious about foods and supplements that originate from places we know nothing about. Conclusion. The vitamin euphoria has hit the world's population at a time when there are no reliable methods to determine if and when someone suffers from a vitamin deficiency. Reviewing the harmful effects caused by vitamin intake, it is likely that a deficiency, if it really exists, is either caused by an overtaxed digestive system and subsequent congestion of the capillary network, or by overdosing the body with vitamins. Blood vessel wall congestion and intestinal trouble prevents vitamins from reaching the cells, tissues, organs, and systems in the body. Taking extra vitamins in such a situation can actually trigger a defense mechanism that empties the body's vitamin reserves. Furthermore, it is not known how much of each vitamin each particular body type requires to be vital and healthy. And it also is not possible to find out how much of each vitamin the body is able to extract from the foods consumed. What's more, it is erroneous to assume that by taking extra vitamins, the body will automatically make use of them. We simply don't know how much of the vitamins will leave the stomach unharmed, in what amounts they're going to be digested, and how much of these are likely to be absorbed by the blood and the body cells. What is known, though, is that the synthetically produced vitamin pills have an intestinal absorption rate of no more than 3 to 5%. The rest ends up in your toilet, if you are lucky. There are no people on the planet with exactly the same vitamin requirements and absorption rates. What may be normal for one person may not be normal for another, which makes the standardized vitamin requirements for all questionable, if not potentially harmful. The argument that our foods today are so depleted of vitamins that we need to take additional helpings of synthetically derived vitamins is only partially correct. Most of the foods consumed by most people in modern countries are highly acid forming, which means that they damage blood vessels and deplete the body's vitamins and minerals. The foods that have the most acidifying effects in the body include milk, dairy products, meat and its products, tinned or frozen foods, white bread, pasta, and pastry made from bleached and refined flour, refined sugar, alcoholic beverages, diet beverages, soft drinks, sports drinks, packaged fruit juices, preserved foods, processed breakfast cereals, chocolates, ready-made cakes, potato chips, hydrogenated oils and fats, and most fast/junk foods. The exaggerated ratio of daily required vitamins may apply only to the severely undernourished person. Fresh fruits, vegetables, legumes, and grain foods, ideally of organic origin, still contain more than enough vitamins to supply the body many times over. Taking vitamin pills which don't contain much life force energy, also known as chi or prana, does not substitute regular intake of healthy, fresh food. Vitamins that have been removed from their natural environment, i.e. fruits, vegetables, etc., can in fact upset both Agni and the delicate balance of minerals and vitamins in the body. This especially applies to multivitamin preparations. Although there are conditions when taking extra vitamins may be beneficial, for example, before and after removing amalgam fillings from the teeth, they ought not to be taken in large doses and for more than 10 to 14 days at a time. This is best done under supervision of a health practitioner who is aware of the side effects that vitamins can have. In any case, synthetic vitamins should be avoided at all costs. A large study testing the potential benefits of antioxidants such as vitamin C, vitamin E, and beta-carotene for the heart in women found no benefits whatsoever. The study was reported on CNN August 14, 2007. You will need to determine whether it is worthwhile to spend a lot of money on supplements that don't work, but could possibly affect you negatively.